Hello everyone, and welcome back to my studio. And welcome from the first time if you've just found me on YouTube. This channel is of sketching, mostly in my studio so far. I plan to do some outside on site, but it never seems to work out filming wise. This channel is about sketching in pen and ink. Add some watercolor once in a while. I use brown ink once in a while also to just change it up. And I'm always open to suggestions and comments from viewers, ideas of what to sketch, and requests. Kind of gives me a challenge to try to find photographs and then do something that is close to what you were thinking of. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this next sketch, and that you'll come back again. So this week I decided on a photograph of a root cellar with a house in the background that I found on PX here. I searched stone churches or something like that, and this one came up because of the stone in the title. There's something about root cellars that kind of draws you to them each time. Maybe it's the combination of stone and brick and ground and wood that is pleasing, plus the warmth that you feel from something deep inside that says this is food, sustaining food that will help you survive over the winter again, as in olden days when they used to keep some of their crops in a root cellar. This is a little larger than I usually do. It's on my 8x8 pad, but the sketch itself is approximately 6 by 5.5 inches. So it's a little larger, so sometimes a little bit more of a challenge, and sometimes less of a challenge than doing one smaller. And you may say that 6 by 5 is small, but compared to a lot of other sketches that I do, it is a little larger. I wanted to make this sketch looser, not too detailed, so deciding on what to keep and what to leave out, I had to give a little bit of thought to, but mostly just leaving it to instinct and seeing how it goes as the drawing develops. Using that drawing shorthand, so instead of drawing every brick, every piece of wood, every stone, you just kind of give an indication of a few of them, and then the viewer's eye just fills in the rest. I guess part of me, because it is quite a simple subject and a simple scene, I want to keep that simplicity to the forefront and not clutter with too many details. A lot of these drawings that I've done are almost practice for something that you would do on site, on plein air, as they say. Learning to simply interpret the scene. It is true that it's a lot easier, for me anyway, to do it from a photograph, so being outdoors actually at the place, there are so many other things to occupy your mind and confuse your mind a lot of times. So this is also practice for picking out what you want from a scene, and what you want to say and interpret. When I say what you want to say, it's not that every piece of art has to be have deep meanings, hidden meanings. It's merely breaking down a complicated scene to make it understandable and simple for the eye and the brain to understand. Because this world is complicated enough as it is. You don't need to make art that's also complicated, as far as I can see. Simple lines, simple thoughts. Simple stories behind the drawings as well, the scenes. I wanted to make the root cellar the center of interest. So even though the house in the background is quite large compared to the foreground, I wanted to keep the lines a little lighter, a little less prominent. I also didn't include a lot of the house. Just kind of giving a simple impression of what's back there. I did want to put that little bench in though, that's upside the wall. I kind of thought that was good for the story. And even though there aren't characters, there aren't people in the picture, your imagination can add characters and add people and thoughts and stories and ideas. Maybe after putting the root vegetables away, storing them in the root cellar, a person would sit on the bench and contemplate how good life is and how well the garden did this year. Even maybe thinking ahead to how good the food and the stews and whatever would be during the winter that came out of the root cellar. One of the main draws, or one of the main things that my eye was directed to, were the shadows on the face of the root cellar from the trees and the branches. Kind of adds interest, adds 3-dimension to the drawing. Showing that the branches do actually come out towards us, casting shadows on the face of the buildings. Adds a little bit more reality to the scene, drawing you in and making you believe. Believe the scene is real and there is actually life in it. Put some simple downward or straight line hatching along the shaded side of the tree. To give it that roundness that you need to show that it is not just a flat thing, but actually has dimension. Every once in a while I'll put some dots and dashes in too, just to show so that there is texture on the surfaces. And the windows in the background give them a very light application of hatching. You don't want them to draw too much attention, but you want to see that there is actually life back in that house. Windows to the soul of the house. And I thought I'd add a line of trees to the background there, just to define the back. I usually make that darker back there, but the paper kind of clogged up the tip of the nib, and I was wiping it off once in a while, but in retrospect that lighter back there worked quite well, and it went with the overall sketchiness of the drawing. To add a little bit of texture on the building too, of the boards. I'm not being too particular about being perfectly straight with the lines either. And that kind of goes with the whole rough texture, the rough sketchiness of the drawing. And it gives some good age to the building too, instead of making it a technical drawing, an architectural drawing. It kind of gives a little roughness. It kind of goes with the scene and the old farm look. this stage of the drawing, I'm kind of looking at it and seeing how much more I want to put in. I did darken up a lot of the lines, especially in the foreground on the root cellar itself, just to define it a little bit more, make it stand out from the background, and to give the lines some interest as well, rather than just lines that are all the same thickness and strength. I'm going along mainly the shadow side of the tree and defining those lines a little bit stronger. And that curve of the trunk and then the branch coming down kind of makes a nice circle too, back down to the foreground, which is your center. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you come again. Send me a comment if you like this. And that's the photograph I started with, and that's what I came up with a sketch. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next week.